Hello beautiful people, and welcome back to the Imperial Balloons channel, where we strive to make you feel like royalty during all your special occasions. Hey guys, I'm back with another video, and today's video we are going to do a baby shower setup, as you can see, and the theme was basically on cloud 9 or in the clouds, whatever you want to call it. So before we get started, let's get into the colors. So it's pretty simple, as you can see, basically just pink and white. Now for the white, I use probably a mix of Sempertex and Calisan standard white, nothing crazy there. Now for the pink, I'm sure it's double stuff, like you can obviously see that it's double stuff, but this setup was done at the end of July and we're in November right now. So yeah, I think that I probably did Bubblegum pink by Sempertex stuffed inside of white. That is what my gut is saying. It can also be some type of pink stuffed inside macaron pale pink as well, but from looking at it on the screen, I don't know what you guys think, but to me it's giving pink inside white, so let's just go with that. So in this video, I'm just gonna go over some preparation tips with you guys that I do to make my setup time as efficient as possible. I definitely, for one, always blow up clusters in advance. Now in this specific case, I did already attach everything that I needed to. I think I had something to do the night before, so I wanted to make sure that I was going to be able to get the job done as fast as I could in the morning. So I attached all of the balloons already, but normally I would go in with probably like 2 bags depending on how big the job is. So maybe 2 bags of just clusters of 6, clusters of 8. I make some quads as well, and then I also throw in some dupes in there usually, just to make sure that I can twist something in as fast as I can if needs be. Now I did have to blow some extra balloons up on site, but as you can see, that was probably, I would say, maybe like 6 clusters or so that I had to blow up on site because I just did everything at home. So that is number 1. Number 2 is I always blow up my mini clusters as well. So the little 5-inch decorators, I blow those up as well. Now this is mandatory. I don't feel like any balloon artist should go on site without having them blown up because it takes so much time. Sometimes I'll be prepping 5 inches for about an hour. So that is definitely something that you want to take into account to start minimizing your setup time. Now a bonus tip when it comes to the 5-inch decorators, if you're working with double stuffed balloons a lot, you might have some struggle with attaching them neck to neck to your garland, or sometimes you just run out of necks because you're attaching or trying to attach everything to each other, right? Depending on what type of design you're doing, of course. So what I would do is cut a couple of 260Qs in half and then attach them to your 5-inch decorators in advance, so that when you get on site, you can basically just use that to attach it to your garland instead of searching through your garland for the longest neck, because that can also take up a lot of time. Tip number 3 that I have for you guys is that I always make sure that I attach my vinyl signs beforehand as well, just because I feel like you need to be able to make sure that it's perfect, that it's straight, that you don't struggle with the transfer tape or whatever. Like you can run into issues with that as well, and that can also take up a lot of time. So I just make sure that the day before or whenever I fit it into my schedule, I go ahead and attach all of my vinyl signage, and then when I get on site, I can just focus on getting my balloons done. Tip number 4 is all about attachment points or rig points, whatever you want to call it. So I work with a lot of these MDF backdrops, and it can spare you some time if you don't have to make rig points on site. So I would say, if you have the time beforehand, just go over your design in your head and figure out where you're gonna need some rig points, and then you're going to go ahead and attach them accordingly. You can do the H method with tape and 260Qs. You can use command hooks, you can use the Amazon adhesive hooks, whatever floats your boat, just do that. But make sure that you either check the rig points that are already on your backdrop if you've used the backdrop in the past, or put some new ones on there if necessary, so that you're not on site spending a whole bunch of time doing H methods or sticking adhesive hooks onto your backdrop. It might not seem like a lot of time, but when you start adding everything that I've discussed in this video up, you are going to be losing a lot of precious time that you could be spending on perfecting your design. So yeah, that is it for this video, you guys. If you have any time-saving tips, definitely feel free to leave it in the comment section so that we can share with each other. Let me know what you think about this setup, and if you have any other questions, also feel free to leave it in the comment section below. You can find me on all social media platforms at imperialballoons.ac. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.